Hi, welcome to our Metal Reactions channel. I'm Brad.
I'm Alena.
A quick plug for Shayne Capazorio, who's done all the channel branding and intro video. If you'd like something similar done for yourself, you need some graphic design work done, you can find his contact details in the description below. And if you have a request for a song that you'd like us to react to, you can go check out our Patreon page. There's a few different benefits tiers and you can see what makes sense for you. You can find the link to that also in the description below. So we are doing Epica.
It's my request.
Yeah. Alena's called in executive orders here.
Yeah, by the power given me by Brad.
We've had a poll running on Patreon, and I was ordered to close that poll today because this is what we're doing.
Because it's been so long since we heard Epica.
So the winning song was Consign to Oblivion. I chose the live at the Zenith version. Hopefully that's the correct version to pick. So the voters for the song were Nicola Foro, Ken Johansson, Marco Squires, Kai, Thomas Walter, Jan-Olof Valdal, and Michelle Gaga. And you got your name mentioned because there's a whole lot of other people, so maybe you can blend in there.
Just exposing people.
Okay, shall we get into it? Last time we saw Sancta Terra.
Mm-hmm.
So there's now a playlist. So if you missed our Sancta Terra reaction, you can go watch that one first, and then we'll just go to the playlist. It'll play that one, and then it'll come to this one afterwards. So
let's hear it.
Oh, I'm holding back a sneeze here.
The last one for tonight, but you know we always come back to Paris. Because we love Paris. Last one for tonight, everybody you know the drill. Open up in the middle to create a wall of epic.
Oh yeah, that looks good. Later on, I'll count down from 3 before we go, alright? First, hold! 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 3, 2, 1, go!
Fun is the word that I had in mind as well.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to be in the crowd.
So that little thing in the beginning, that's called the Wall of Death.
Oh wow.
I mean,
Definitely don't want to be there.
I don't know what they call it here. Maybe they have their own like little name for it. But
I think they called it
generally-
like Wall of Epic or something.
Yeah, so I think they had their own little name for it. But I mean, like generally in metal, the whole split through the middle, like form your Lord of the Rings battle lines and collide to do battle. That's a Wall of Death.
I'm way too tiny for that.
They're a lot of fun. I've been in more than a few in my time. And like sometimes people come prepared. They come with sticks, and I mean they're not going to actually hit anyone, but it's more like the
Don't
pageantry.
people get hurt?
Nah. It's not. It's not with violent intention. It's just so you can feel like you're part of some epic battle scene.
That's crazy.
But back to the actual music.
That guy is screaming like, oh. It's just so
I don't know if he screams in any of the other songs, but if not, he probably looks so forward to this song. And like she's even holding the microphone for him and everything. It's like it's his moment. Like it builds up. And
But
this
he
is
does
his
it
moment.
really well. I mean, why wouldn't he do like more of it?
Yeah, I can't off the top of my head think of many like keyboardist / harsh vocals, It's a bit of a semi-unusual combination, but very cool. And remember last time in Sancta Terra, like the guys weren't allowed to sing at all. Now we have two.
Yeah. I was like, this sounds like super different. Are we even listening to the same band?
Yeah. And instrumentally as well, it is a lot heavier, more to my personal preference.
Yeah, there's a lot more like drumming, and really fast. Yeah, I do like it.
I'm enjoying it too. Let's keep going.
Merci beaucoup, Paris!
There's no way we picked the wrong version.
that was super cool. It was like very enjoyable. I really liked it. It was so fun. All of them on the stage, even apart from singing and playing, they just
messing around.
Yeah, I mean, it's so nice to see how they all just enjoy it. Like, you know, they're not stressed or anything. They're just having the time of their life.
Yeah, that's one of the most enjoyable live performances I think I've seen.
Yeah, that guy playing the keyboard is just
spinning around the keyboard.
Yeah, I've never seen that. It would be just like running around the whole stage from one thing to another and then just spinning around and have like the live camera there so that you can follow the moves. I don't think I've ever seen that before.
Yeah, about 30 seconds left in the song, I realized I haven't paid attention to a single lyric.
I was trying so hard, but then I would lose the part, and then I would watch it, and then oh my god, where was the lyrics? I keep reading it from the beginning.
I completely forgot to look at the lyrics, which is, I mean, enough to be said of the live performance. The fact that it didn't even enter my mind. I didn't even think like, oh, I need to pay attention, and then forget. Like, it didn't even enter my mind, oh, I need to be watching lyrics here as well.
Yeah.
It was so engaging, so much fun and so entertaining. Did you see the crowd like running around? That's a circle pit. So
okay.
All these things have names. You'll come to know them.
Okay. As long as I'm not part of that thing.
One day.
I can watch from afar.
One day. Girls can go in the pit too. And
to what? To die?
No, there's many a girl I've come across in my time that will beat up some of the men.
That's crazy.
Girls can enjoy it just as much as the men do. But it's your choice.
Well, I know. Thanks for that.
Okay. Well, anything much to add other than what we had halfway through?
Well, I mean, I did like the instruments a lot. And I think the keyboard was creating the atmosphere. Because I think it was like playing the part like an organ part at some point. And I liked like small piano pieces, the soft ones. And then in the middle, it just all went crazy and not as it was in the beginning and the end. So there were just a lot of like pieces that were changing, and the melody was changing. I felt like I was in the rock opera or something.
I remembered the fireworks. That was cool as well. Like all the orange, red fireworks going in the different directions. That was very, very cool as well.
Okay, well, I mean, I did also like the voice, obviously, of well, I like the voice of both, like the guy who was singing the harsh part.
Not the keyboardist, the normal.
We have spoke too much of the keyboardist, I think. Like, praising him alone. No, the guitar guy. And of course, like the lead singer. They did create a good atmosphere. She was sort of like, you know, the like the voice of sense of like how a higher power that tries to like teach a lesson to people or something like that. You know, like an angel's voice from above. Yeah. And she was also like standing at the top a little bit from the rest of the band. Except for the keyboardist, of course.
That's a good description, I think. I mean, it goes without saying that her voice is fantastic. We learned that in the first song that we covered. It was nice to see what the guys bring to the party, and I use the word party literally. And very, he has kind of a different voice to what I've heard before. Within the growls, to me at least, he sounded quite unique. He had quite an interesting voice. I enjoyed it.
Okay. I've learned to accept that, but not to distinguish between them yet.
I was actually thinking while at one part when they were quite into a lot of the heavy male vocals, I was like, I was wondering if you're enjoying this, because I think if we did a song like this right in the beginning of the channel, like,
no, I would just stand and leave.
Yeah, this would have been way beyond your limits. So I think we've built you up nicely here. I've done a good job, if I do say so myself.
Of course you do.
But okay, cool. I'm glad that you're at a point now where a song like this that is, quite heavy in parts, you enjoy.
It didn't feel too heavy, to be honest. I'm just surprised that we were not recommended to listen to this song first. To get acquainted with the band. Because my understanding is that this song is more representative of what they usually do.
Maybe it was intentional, because the first song we did, Sancta Terra, was a bit lighter, plus it had floor, so maybe it was a little bit of a comfortable bridge. I think it worked out fine in the end.
Yeah.
But more of a smooth transition.
But they hit that keyboardist in the song. It wasn't even showing anywhere.
She has so much personality.
That was
like anytime he's doing anything, I find myself laughing.
Yeah.
He's not even trying to be funny, he just is.
Yeah, exactly. He's just like with serious face, just cruising.
Taking his keyboard for a ride.
And you end up enjoying that, yes.
Okay, shall we at least attempt some lyrics?
I mean, which you missed.
Yeah, I've had a little bit of a glance while going through. If you had a bit more of a glance, feel free to start and I'll catch up.
Well, my first question is, it is called Consign to Oblivion and New Age Dawns Part 3. I have actually two questions, because there is a New Age Dawns is also in quotes. So it's probably a reference to something I don't know. And the second question is obviously why it is called Part 3 and where is Part 2 and Part 1?
Well, those are two questions. Where's Part 1, where's Part 2?
No, that's one question.
Okay, fine, I'll give it to you. What's your second question?
No, the first question was about what is new age dawns.
Got you.
What is the reference?
Yeah, I saw that Consign to Oblivion, I think, was the name of the album, and then Consign to Oblivion and New Age Dawns Part 3 was a song on the album, but I didn't see any other Part 1s and 2s on the album, so I don't know. And the name of this YouTube video was just Consign to Oblivion, not a New Age Dawns. So,
maybe it's the version or what?
I don't know. I guess we're gonna have to rely on you guys for the comments there.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay. Well, I mean, in terms of the lyrics, they don't seem to be, like, the meaning is kind of not hidden. I do quite like the idea about sort of the difference between the materialistic world and the world of emotions, which should be like more important, and people should pay more attention to it, like to the, probably you could call the soul, to this part of the world, like to make it like the centerpiece of life. But instead, I think this song is about like people being too focused on the materialistic side, on something that they think that they have control over, but it's not really important. And then the time passes very quickly when you just spend it trying, to get your bills paid, and not thinking about the emotional part, about
self-development, self-growth.
Yeah, and I would say also like probably relationship with people, although it doesn't maybe say it specifically, but like for me, this emotional part, it can't exist without without other people.
Yeah.
Maybe like helping people also, because that's how you grow as a person. And well, it does say try to listen to your heart, but if you're just alone and don't include other people in it, so what are you gonna hear?
Maybe also not taking time out to appreciate the small happinesses in life.
Yeah, I agree. And also, it talks, I think, about the power of people to actually. It does say like the power of people to create their own reality, but they're creating something that they don't even enjoy. So I like the thought about the time, where it says that people sort of grasp the time, it says life is not what it seems to be. We have captured the time, but then, like subtly, the time made us hostages without mercy. And that's an interesting thought.
How have we captured time? What does that mean?
I think because time is essentially what people defined.
Okay.
So the way that we count time, I think, we decided how to do it,
Man-made construct.
Yeah, seconds, hours, and like to decide that there are only 24 hours in the day and stuff like. Well, it was dependent, I guess, on the observations of people of the cycles of,
I don't know how much it's driven by what we created versus what science dictates. Because I mean, time is inherently in science as well, but I suppose how we measure it.
Yeah, but I mean, probably the length of the day that is dictated by the changes of light and day, light, night and day. But how we spend our time, we also sort of. I was thinking about it like before listening to the song, that we created this kind of routine normality, how we deal without like how we set up our routine in this time. And it's for like majority of people in the world, it would be more or less the same, wake up early, breakfast, go to work at specific time, and then come back at also specific time. So we did create that, but then we became like slaves of our routine.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what you're just talking about here.
Okay, that makes sense.
So we can't just be free with our time and spend it on whatever we want. So yeah, I think like routine, and we always say that we don't have enough time. And now with all the worries and stress and the changes and of technologies, they'll say that the pace of life increases like dramatically. It even increased like in our lifetime, and we can definitely feel it. And more we say we don't have any time, even though time is not something that you have. It's just if you think beyond your routine and your and things that you do at hand, possibly you could figure out some other way to spend your time more enjoyably, because it runs so fast. And when you spend all your time doing things that you're supposed to and not really enjoying it, not really even feeling it, not being in the moment.
Yeah, I suppose, I mean, everyone's circumstances are different. Some people, it really is like living day to day, where all their time has to be devoted to earning money, so they can live, like, at the breadline, or above the breadline. But I think you're right. For a lot of other people, maybe more fortunate positions, the decision has been made, whether consciously or subconsciously. How ambitious are you with your career? Like what priority are you placing on your career? Because you can sink all your time into furthering your position, your career, but at what cost? The cost of personal relationships or happiness or growth or all these things. So it's a case of, do you want to just dial that back a bit? Maybe not quite eke out every last bit of money you could have, but potentially be a more complete, happier person as a result.
Yeah, I think it goes back to the ultimate decision what is success, for how it is different for different people. That maybe success is not entirely made of materialistic things, but also that, feeling of being content with life and just being able to enjoy every moment of that, and maybe sacrificing some, career progress or some fortunes just for the opportunity to relax and to watch the world and to, meditate, help people, stuff like that. It does remind me a little bit, at the end, the song reminds me of a song that we heard of Gojira, because it says we must return to the laws of the nature. I think we spoke about L'Enfant Sauvage. I think it kind of was had the same thoughts about escaping like this civilization and creating your own, and being closer to nature.
Yeah, that's true. A couple things that have stuck out to me were, I can't see the exact lines now, but to paraphrase is basically, we aren't as good as we think we are. We're not as charitable and as good and as pure as we think we are. I think that's often true. We think we're doing more to help people than we really are, or we really could be, if we really made it a priority in our lives. And I'm as guilty as anyone. We could all do so much more if we really just made it a bigger priority in our lives.
Yeah, so I do like the idea of the song. Maybe it doesn't like specifically tell about all the things that we discuss here, but it definitely sort of raises questions that you can go on discussing and, arriving at different topics. So I do like that about art. So it sort of sparks the discussion, and then it can go different ways, and not necessarily what was initially like intended or specifically said in the song, but just the ideas are so interesting that you can go on and come up with your own thoughts.
As we discussed, the art keeps creating.
Yes. So that's a really, really good song from all perspectives.
Yeah, thoroughly
to my taste.
Me too. I think it has a very nice balance as well between what you and I like. So all around good choice. Yeah,
I'm more liking Epica now after this song.
Okay. Does this? I'm getting vibes. Are you making another executive call to start a new Epica poll in Patreon?
Yes.
Okay.
Definitely.
Cool.
I command.
I'm on board. You don't have to command that much.
Just make sure there's this keyboardist person.
Yeah, preferably a live performance, I think.
Yeah, definitely.
It's like Nightwish. We've done enough Nightwish now to know, if at all possible, do a live performance. I feel like Epica is probably the same.
Yes.
They can't be that good in one live performance and not again. Okay. Anything else to add? Hope you enjoyed it. We'll get that poll up soon on Patreon, so let us know. And let us know in the comments what you thought as well.
Thank you for watching.